Ziggity zig, back with more Tales from the Ladder, and this, as you can see, with enough units on the field, this is a 2v2 sent to us by thatguygriff and sent to us by YouSeemOP. They both texted me saying, "You gotta cast this game!" Well, it wasn't quite in that voice because it's a text and you can only... What I like to do is impart sort of the accent or the emphasis that I was kind of hoping. I'm guessing we're going to see an Input Protoss death ball from someone, yeah, because it's a PP versus PP, so there's a whole bunch of PPs, it's battle PP versus battle PP, and yeah, when you read text messages, you got to do it in a different voice. So we're going to read YouSeemOP and kind of, you know, death balls for all! You got to do it in that kind of really awesome Thrall War Chief kind of thing, the dark, husky, blizzard, tough guy voice, which is the only one they've got. So, over here you see YouSeemOP is in charge of holding off on the ramp and just trying to make sure that we've got enough pylons over here by the ramp in order to fend off, or make sure that there is, that you see that the probe is coming in order to try to fend off against the inevitable cannon rush, which is going to happen on a PP versus PP. And so, other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on. Normally on a Wednesday night, I would say that there is a live stream going on tonight, but sometimes I don't do that. In fact, I switched over to occasionally doing it because that's when we record our dungeon crawl, which happens over on Saturdays for our extra live lead up. In fact, I should start pimping that over on Facebook, Twitter, TwitFace, Snapchat, and whatnot. No, I'm going nowhere near Snapchat. I think I asked someone what Snapchat was, and it was the dumbest thing. I've never heard a more ridiculous description as to what something is. So, oh, it's a conversation you can have where you can send images to each other and then they're immediately deleted except for if they're not. Like, oh, well, that sounds great. So there's YouSeemOP, and he's putting up kind of a, you know, just a presence here. It's not exactly a wall just yet. It could inevitably be, but really you want to get that first pylon up there so that if you do see your opponent come in with a probe, you'll know that, aha, we need to start watching out for these kinds of things. 2 Cyber Cores, so we're all going for pretty much all, yeah, four gas. No one's expanding all that quickly. I would almost be expecting to see that guy Griff expand, but only if there was, yeah, if there's a base here within that first platform. Griff would usually go right forward. He likes to go on a nice long macro game, have a lot of resources to his name. That's not a ramp, is it? No, that's like a cliff. You can just, walk off the plank and yar, me booty. I don't know what I'm saying. But, having a look at the... Ooh, wait, no. I want to have a look at the EPM. Oh, everyone except... What did we say? Roberto Mays. So we have Roberto Mays and... What was the other one? Uriel. I'll try to remember these names. But Roberto Mays and Uriel are both coming down for a... have a little peek as to what's going on. Meanwhile, Griff is making a forge, as you can see down there on the map. Forge done. Forge done! However, Roberto Mays is now working on a Twilight Council, so that's interesting. Are we going to start seeing some... Oh, where's Roberto Mays? And he's going to put in a little... Oh, I see! Uriel's going to put in the proxy pylon. Here's that guy Griff on his way down here to try to see if he can see anything. Is this a full-on wall? I can't quite tell. Can anything get through here? Maybe. I'm almost expecting once this Twilight Council goes down for Roberto is... Dark Shrine? Perhaps? The problem here is that that guy Griff and YouSeemOP are not looking down here in this corner. Proxy Stargate? No, not seeing anything. There's the Twilight Council. There's nothing else at the moment. There's a Forge going on there for Roberto Mays, but there's a Void Ray, Mothership Core for that guy Griff and YouSeemOP. Griff getting a little bit of... Oh, I see. YouSeemOP did manage to see this because that guy Griff did have this up here in the corner. Well played. Mwahahaha. So this additional one does get found out, but the others are both here, but there are no probes down here at the same time. So here comes, yeah, YouSeemOP, and they're both doing a pretty good job of having a look around, that guy Griff. So as far as, there's Uriel's got another one there in the middle. But it's, as far as map awareness goes, YouSeemOP and that guy Griff are doing quite well, where they're just kind of having a peek around here. We just have a number of... Oh yeah, there is still a forward probe, and another forward probe up here for Uriel is up in this direction. And oh, what do we got? We have... Oh crap, wait. we have some stalkers. So you're just going to go with some stalkers. There's a robo facility on both sides. More Stargate right now for YouSeemOP. There's the Dark Shrine on its way. And it's probably going to be down... Wait, where is it? Can't tell what's in his main bay. Aha, yeah, it's in behind there. So there's a Dark Shrine on the way. YouSeemOP is going mostly air. Got the Mothership Core at the same time. But the next thing that we've got now is that guy Griff going for a... Ooh, alright, so this is the attack by the stalkers that we're getting stuck in here, with also a proxy robo facility. That's kind of interesting and ballsy, but the Dark Shrine is going to allow for some Dark Templar to come in here at the same time. Not quite sure where. Probably going to... Aha, there's one just there. So the Dark Templar is going to move its way up here, and it's not really going to get through here, but there's nothing really to envision this, except... Was there a... Wait. That just finished, but I didn't see anything come out of it. That was bizarre. So here they come again. The Dark Templar is not quite here. They do manage to force field off this line of units from Uriel. Uriel is now also getting an Immortal in here at the same time. Here come the Dark Templar are going to make their way up here. Meantime, there's a few things... Yeah, just trying to move all of our dudes back. So there's nothing going on in the opponent's base just yet. These Dark Templars, they're just not getting into the battle here, and they're getting totally stuck in behind everything. So now they run in behind. There they go. Without the observer there at the front door, this front door is going to hopefully be taken care of, but uh-oh. They do spot, and YouSeemOP does have this cannon here, but it's going to get taken down before they get rid of... Oh, managed to get rid of 2 out of 3 of those. And meanwhile, Uriel is breaking through at the front line. There's one Dark Templar now in here, and YouSeemOP is getting his probes out of there, and they're avoiding, just kind of running around in great circles. But oh, there's another Dark Templar. So YouSeemOP is losing his entire main base right here, but he does have this Void Ray that's just sitting around not doing anything. And this Void Ray, you'd really want to be using this to pick off probably these Stalkers before the Stalkers get to be too many. Here comes that guy Griff, and I don't know that he's got any kind of vision. Oh yeah, he does have the Observer in there, so now the Void Ray's in a little bit of trouble over here. He's got 2 Void Rays right now, does YouSeemOP, and he's just trying to keep his units out of there somehow, and that guy Griff is just trying to get a few more units up there to take care of things. He's got a cannon in behind, so he's watching out for the Dark Templar, and here come the Dark Templar moving in here, but they get noticed by this Observer, and I think that's probably going to take care of all of them, but the problem is that these 2 Immortals are doing quite a bit of damage. You want to see a Guardian Shield right about now, but it's just not going to be in time. But I think he does have enough to get rid of that. YouSeemOP has not rebuilt, and he only had the 1 Nexus, and I'm not sure how much money he's got. So let's have a look at the income. New resources. There we are. So YouSeemOP does have enough to rebuild the Nexus, but... Oh, meantime, Uriel's 1 single Stalker is still taking care of this, and look... That guy Griff needs to come over here and help YouSeemOP maintain a little bit of his army. Nope, Uriel's just giving up. But nope, now Uriel's going to come down here and go up against these Immortals again. And no, that's not going to be enough. There's the Guardian Shield that we were looking for. That guy Griff is leaving his units behind. There's Mothership Core behind in case of the. In case of anything getting around, and it's got the Photon Overcharge just there, but now here comes random, what was his name? Roberto Mays' Dark Templar, but they get found out because that guy Griff left an Observer here in his army, and now he's moving Observer to Observer, and he's going to try to pick off that guy Griff's Observer, but that's not going to be enough. Rebuild their base, so yeah, with that 400 minerals, YouSeemOP was able to take care of that, and now he's just... That guy Griff is taking care of the remainder of this base out front here, but I don't think 4 Stalkers is going to do anything here. Meanwhile, back down here at this other base by Roberto Mays, there's not a whole lot. And this is when that guy Griff is slowly making his way outside of his base. But if you look at this, it's pretty much a that guy Griff... well, no, that guy Griff is... Oh yeah, 60 of 90. So he does have the highest amount of troops right now. And he actually makes up for both Roberto Mays and Uriel, but Uriel is now finally taking an expansion. But if you look at the tech the tech is not quite where you'd want it to be, where in fact I believe we have, do we have 1-1 yet? No, we just have, okay, yeah, we do have 1-1. But now what YouSeemOP needs to do is, with his 5? Yep, he's just got 5 at the moment. And does he have how many? Yep, 2. Just the 2 probes. So that guy Griff is going to try to take over for this. Got a couple of observers in his field right now, but look, this army by Roberto Mays, I think you probably want to move it back over here, but no, you got, so Roberto Mays does not have the EPM that we're expecting. Uriel does have the high EPM, but that guy Griff took care of most of Uriel there. And now Uriel's 2 troops are walking down in this direction. I'm not sure if they can, no, they can't quite get seen. But I was kind of hoping that this would be able to see these 2 stalkers that are sitting down there, but now pretty much we're just looking at a pretty even battle. We got +2 on the way right now for that guy Griff. No other further tech other, oh, there comes the robotics bay, so we're going to move up hopefully into Colossus very soon. Meantime, YouSeemOP, 3 workers up. That's good. That's good. He's got enough for a 4th. Make that 4th. There we go. Back down to 18 minerals. That's his magic number is 18 minerals. Maybe get over the income tab, and not really doing all that well. But as moving up to 2 bases, Uriel is probably going to be in a pretty decent position. I'm not sure who pinged that. That could have been. Oh yeah, that was probably Griff and YouSeemOP trying to get this one noticed, but with 0-0, Griff could certainly walk in there and just take care of these guys. They don't even have charge just yet. Losing my voice. Quick drink of water while we wait for the guys to make a decision on what they want to do. Griff putting a few more gateways down here to this expansion. There. The frog has left my throat. Things are now good. These 2 are just waiting down in that area, but this... pretty sure, yeah, that's still a YouSeemOP one. So that's, I think that's YouSeemOP's only pylon at the moment. So now he's just continuing to try to work on getting back in this game. Insofar as macro, I would really be expecting a whole lot of, there's the Dark Shrine for Griff, but a whole lot of drops going on right now, because I think both players, did they not have, no, aside from, I see, because it was the forward robotics facility that was made by Roberto Mays. No, it wasn't Roberto Mays, it was Uriel that made the forward one, and now they're kind of talking to each other and pinging back and forth, deciding that yes, here we go, but that guy Griff has found this base, and now is just going to try to work on this, and I don't think that Roberto Mays or Uriel are going to be able to stop this from happening. Oh, it does get cancelled, so Griff was able to cancel that, and is going to lose this guy here momentarily, but there comes YouSeemOP with an Oracle. I don't want to reveal that right away. Just gonna happily destroy that. Meantime, over here, Roberto Mays has just got a number of units here. Nothing at all coming out of this. There's the Warp Prism. Okay. So there's a few things popping out, but if you look, yeah, the EPM sort of tells an intriguing tale as to what's going on with Roberto Mays. Is he's got all the resources, he's got a lot going on up there, just does not quite have only on 15 yet. So it's just Dark Templar and YOLO everything else, but now it's going to be a Warp Prism on its way out at the moment. Here's just 1 single probe, so I think most of the army is sitting up here waiting for something to happen. As far as, yeah, the map awareness is certainly in Roberto Mays and Uriel's side of things, where that guy Griff and YouSeemOP do not quite have the confidence to do much about it. We got the cheeky forward base here from Roberto Mays. Going to work on that, and not going to get scouted. There's this one, that's Uriel's. All right, so Uriel's having a look at this and sees that yes, okay, YouSeemOP is almost back up and running, but not quite. If you look at the income tab, it's wow. YouSeemOP is doing better than Roberto Mays again, because Roberto Mays is probably just not working at quite the same capacity as everyone else. But now that guy Griff has got Colossus, so whatever, who cares? Because then we're going to see things just get totally destroyed. And this observer did get spotted by that guy Griff's cannon. Now it's time to start thinking about getting the armies out, and I did that thing again. Units? No. I want resources? No. Do I want... there we go. So, yeah. And Extended Thermal Lance is actually done, so it is kind of a main guy, lower guy, well, not lower guy, because YouSeemOP is only on the lower threshold right now because he got completely eviscerated, but he got back in this game in a hurry. So you're going to see this partnership thing turn around because when you see, because Roberto Mays is definitely a complete liability right here. Oh dear. They're gonna, these Dark Templar are gonna take this one out, but now they need a ping, we need to get another. There's that other observer. This is a bad move, I have to say, because this is the unit that is, YouSeemOP is the one who is hurting. So why would you go after the guy that you've already hurt? I think Roberto Mays definitely should have brought in his units to come over here and take out some of that guy Griff's tech, because you've wrecked the first person, you know he's only on the one base and he's not doing all that well. Continuing to wreck that one person is just adding insult to injury, and it's not really going to do that much damage. It's not going to do a thing. Still 0-0. Oh wow, still 0-0 for both? Are we serious? Are we totally serious? No, there's +1/+1 is on the way finally for Uriel, but here comes the additional groupings. We've got Thermal Lance for both, but only the one Colossus right now. Well, Griff could have had one more Colossus, but he lost one to the Dark Templar through no fault of his own, because that was just a little bit tricky. Those Dark Templars sneaking in so far as that I didn't even see them. But Roberto Mays is now trying to work on his second base. He's got his kind of forward, weird base over here. Uriel is going up to 3 bases, which is getting kind of scary. Griff taking a third base as well. As we can see now, is that, yeah, Uriel has a lot of harvesters, which is curious, or that might make the difference, but when you're only on this many bases, you really have to do something else about it. And here comes some more pros by Roberto Mays. Oh, he's doing a split! What a great idea, because finally he realizes that he's completely out at this main one. Oh, here is the large engagement going on over here. There's a lot of force fields going down. It's probably helping to knock down, but I think that might have been Griff's force fields, and they're kind of hampering the charge lots from getting through. But here comes the air support in behind 2 Void Rays. This is really going to do things. And there's a couple of Colossus coming in from the other side for Uriel, and I think this is really going to, that was almost going to be a stalemate until a few minutes ago. But these upgrades are going to make the difference, and that guy Griff definitely was able to march through there, and so the next thing he's going to do is come over here and destroy what's the only part of Roberto Mays' forward army. But now the next thing you need to do is, well, we've got 2 observers in here by Roberto Mays, because, you know, you need binocular vision when you're scouting other people's units. And Roberto Mays going on the 3, 4? How many 4 Stargates going on over there? But meanwhile, back at his main base, just not kind of taking up the same way. So the EPM, where's the EPM tab, is still showing a similar thing where, yes, Uriel is maybe just a little bit higher on macro and EPM than that guy Griff, but that guy Griff's partner will be able to get back in this game. And look at that, he's been destroyed twice, but he's still back in this game, heading up with the air army, still continuing on to do all kinds of damage. 4 Void Rays is, you know, it's nothing to sneeze at, especially when it looks like Roberto Mays has got absolutely nothing on the field right now, just 28 harvesters. And I think what's probably happening, how do I get the, there we go, resources. So the resources are kind of low right now for Roberto Mays, despite the fact that he's on his, well, he's only on his second base insofar as he got his first base mined out and then didn't do anything beyond that. But if you look at the tabs, so Griff's a little bit ahead of Uriel, and YouSeemOP is way ahead of Roberto Mays. As Roberto Mays has been doing the wrong thing, and he's just stuck on getting all of this gas, where when you can get gas, you should get gas, but the problem with that is you should not get gas when you're not really needing to. And so Roberto Mays, it looks like, is now on the 4 Void Ray kick, but he might be going up against YouSeemOP's 6 Void Rays, so that's going to be a losing battle. Now, head down over here, we got everyone kind of over here right in the middle of things, but we've got a little bit of, oh, there we go, so the Oracle harassment is on its way right now for YouSeemOP. The problem is he's losing a lot of energy just trying to get rid of one single pylon, which, I may not fully agree with, but with that one cannon being there in the middle, there probably wasn't a whole lot they could do about that. And now this is when YouSeemOP is taking a second base, but the problem here is that they still don't quite know that there is another base up there, but Roberto Mays does not know that they're trying to take this base down here, so really YouSeemOP would want to bring over his Void Rays, because that guy Griff is going to walk his way down there, and no one is protecting this base over here. I'm really worried about this. I'm really worried, but all the star Stargates are moving their units over there, and it's just going to be YOLO. YOLO Void Rays right now. There's Archons on the way for that guy Griff. +3 is on the way. There's still no upgrades right now on anything for Roberto Mays, and I'm hoping that Uriel has finally figured out. Yep, there we go. We're on +1, +1, but just an additional more. Yeah. So okay. So the Templar Archives, I think it probably did it get? Yeah. Okay. So the Templar Archives did get Storm done. So we might see some Storm pretty soon, or if Griff is bothering with any of those units. This is a little straight line of highways right next to this huge, ginormous group of air support, air superiority over here, and it looks like Roberto Mays is transitioning from Dark Templar into Void Rays. Yes, that's what I said. I'd really like to see YouSeemOP get his Void Rays over here, but the problem with Roberto Mays is that he's still just picking on the one guy, so the one person that he really should be worried about right now, he's not doing anything about. He's going to come in here and definitely take care of this, but this one is almost completely mined out. So these Void Rays are really not going to get all that much. I mean, they'll get a couple of Stargates, but I think the problem that Roberto Mays is having is he does not know what to focus on. Losing this Nexus is not going to hurt YouSeemOP. What's going to happen is he's going to have to do something about this. He's going to take in a few of these, but there's just a number more Void Rays here, and YouSeemOP is going to lose all his Void Rays pretty quick. Roberto Mays did not lose all that many. Meanwhile, that guy Griff is attacking and going in against, but these Archons are just wasting these other Void Rays in the front line. And Roberto Mays is slowly working his way through. This base by Uriel is going to be gone in like seconds flat. We see the production tab is they're now both working on that. Uriel is working on plus armor to air weapons, I think, and so Griff's army is slowly working his way through, just wrecking all of Uriel's bases, just wrecking Nexus after Nexus after Nexus. But now, finally, Roberto Mays has worked his way into the main base of that guy Griff, and Griff does not have anything to answer this. If only he had a couple of Archons, if we can make a couple of Templars down here at the bottom, but it looks like Griff does not have all that much in the way of gas, so he's just hoping that what's left here is, and he's moving in a couple more of these units and a few more. This is Zealots, I believe so. Yes, Carrier, because Roberto Mays is this is just what you do. This is how you win games. Oh my god, I can't believe people actually still play. Well, I play this way just for fun, but not when I'm at 25 EPM, that's for sure. So that guy Griff is trying to make a number more ways of detecting and just putting up a bunch of cannons, but meantime his army's coming in here to the main base of Uriel. Uriel's got almost nothing left. He's got 4 Void Rays in here, but a number of Archons are definitely going to be able to take care of this. If he can focus fire them down, he might lose a couple of Archons here at the same time, but now there's resources gathered, but Uriel has actually left the game, because Uriel is just about all that was left. But if you look at income and resources, I'm gonna keep my eye on resources, but all the resources just went over to Roberto Mays. So Griff really needs to move off of these production facilities, stop worrying about this, and start worrying about Roberto Mays again, because he's got air superiority right now. And YouSeemOP is actually still able to do quite a bit here. He's got yet another, he's still got 1 powered Stargate, while Roberto Mays has moved all of his units down here to the bottom, to the southern end of the base. But now if they can just move their way up here, I mean, it's just a dark there's just a dark shrine up there, but if Griff can get over here and defeat this fleet beacon, that's really gonna make the most sense at this moment, where actually now what needs to happen is Roberto Mays needs to continue making some pylons, and he's still just attacking one at a time. There goes the dark shrine. That's not really, well, there goes unpowered, the dark shrine. That guy Griff is still down here, and he's sort of peeking at things back at home. He's making a number of cannons, just trying to save this base down here. He's got 3 stalkers hidden in behind here, but probably only because he can't move them anywhere. There's a number more Void Rays coming in at a time, not keeping the units together, or the armies together. He's eventually going to lose out on things there. He'd like to get these Void Rays over to where the other Void Rays are. In the meantime, it looks like YouSeemOP is going to abandon ship once again. He does have enough for yet another base, and that's probably where this guy's going over to. Meanwhile, all of these units over there, and this carrier is not building interceptors, because Yeah, interceptors are completely ridiculous. The fleet beacon does die, so now if you look over the production facility, the only thing that's going on right now is just building some pylons by Roberto Mays. But from the army size, I think the active forces has definitely got Griff is winning this game. So now what really needs to happen is, he's putting a couple of shots down. Is he going to be able to take out this one Void Ray? Yes. He does not save the Void Ray, so somehow, I'm not entirely certain how Griff can see these units. He's got nothing else vision-wise up here at the top. So he was able to take care of both. Can I... No, can't quite see how he can see that. And he's lost out on all those Void Rays, and meanwhile that one carrier, the carrier's not actually doing any damage right now because the carrier, Roberto Mays, has not set that to create any additional interceptors. So if you look back, still just making Void Rays because of the Stargate. That guy Griff and YouSeemOP are still looking at things and trying to figure out what to do here. YouSeemOP did get another Phoenix up there, so Griff did finally manage to... Uriel no longer has any forces, and Roberto Mays gave up as he only had the 4 Void Rays. Game 1 on account of Attack the One. I think most of the guys got lucky because what kept happening was where YouSeemOP had been weakened, but they just kept attacking YouSeemOP. Had some of the additional attacks gone to that guy Griff as opposed to YouSeemOP, then they both would have been a little bit hurt. Griff probably would have had a better chance at that point because he had further defenses above his resources. But what happened there towards the end was that they destroyed the base of the player who had the higher resources and the larger army, and the only one that was left was Roberto Mays. And as we saw, a carrier with no interceptors is just a big, fat, gaseous blimp. Leave me a comment down below. Send me an email, ziggityzig@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at ziggityzig. If you have something funny, crazy, weird, arduous replay, send it over to me and I'll cast it over here on more Tales from the Ladder. Yeah, stay tuned.